What's up world, Mr. Ragnarok here, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. In the last video, we got through the Jade Passage, and in this video, we're going to tackle the Castle of Hell, the Castle of Satan himself, Pandemonium, aka the hardest dungeon in the game. Now real quick, off screen, I did a little bit more training with my characters. I raised their MP by a little bit more, their HP quite a bit. Their magic though, I've raised their magic quite a bit as well. There's Furian's, I've raised his bolt and his ultima all the way up to level 10 because, well, that's practically their peak of power. I've raised Maria's Ice to level 10. I've raised Gus's Fire to level 10, and I raised a little bit of Leon. I've raised a bit of all of his magic up by a bit, but I decided not to continue training with him anymore except with his flare spells, because simply put, we're at the finale, guys. Come on. We're practically done by now. And as for status wise, there's their status. There's Maria's status. There's Guz's status, and there's Leon's status. Oh, and by the way, if you're curious as to why I have the Genji gloves, and like why in the world do I have the Genji gloves equipped to Maria there and Leon, simply put, I actually got them from killing the white dragons in the Jade Passage, because it's rare. It's actually a rare drop for the white dragons to drop the Genji gloves. So, if you can get the Genji gloves from them, all the more to help you in this final dungeon. But yeah, anyway, so we're in the Castle of Hell, people. Pandemonium. And already kicking things off, oh my god, we have two new powerful enemies here. Yeah! This is Death Rider, by the way. He has amazing physical attack stats. He has a lot of health. Well, actually not too much. You can easily one-shot these guys if you train your attack high enough, like I did. But if you don't train your endurance, well, you saw what happened to Maria and Gus there, didn't you? They really got wrecked the fuck up. Man. And that's actually one of their abilities as well. It's called Life Drain. If they hit you with their physical attack, they're guaranteed to steal a lot of life from you. So yeah, they're pretty, I'd say, dangerous. I hope I can kill them. Please? Okay, good. Finally, we'll get a chance. As for the Mantis Devils, they are stronger than Killer Mantis. They have more health, more attack power, of course. Oh yeah, and also one more thing. I do believe that all of the majority of enemies here in Pandemonium are weak to fire. I believe most of them are. I believe the Mantis Devil is also weak to fire. Yeah, look at that power. Alright, well, Maria and Gus's HP and endurance is gonna go up. Yeah, look at... There you go. And not only that, but they also drop Thunder Spears, aka... Actually, I don't know if Thunder Spears are the best spears in the game, to be honest. I might be thinking of a different spear, but, just saying. So, yeah, we need a heal. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun dungeon, isn't it, viewers? I guarantee you, I'm gonna at least get a game over once in this dungeon. I'm gonna have to restart and come all the way back here. Yeah! Oh dear god, I hope that doesn't happen. Why? Anyways, Pandemonium here. Pandemonium is 10 floors long. There are a lot of new enemies. And remember when I said Mysidian Tower is the longest dungeon in the game? I somewhat half lied. Already, we have another new enemy, the Mithril Golem. He has very ridiculous defense and attack power. He has, I think, about the same amount of health as the Stone Golem, if not a little bit more. But anyways, just look how ridiculous this guy's defense is. And look how ridiculously powerful he is. Like, yeah, Excalibur's barely even scratching this guy. Yet, I'm surprised we still managed to take him down on the first turn. Well, Maria's HP increased further. I better heal her because I don't want her to die. Ooh, ooh, yes! Okay, Leon's cure is at rank 7 now. Very nice. But yeah, as I was saying, I half lied about Mysidian Tower being the longest dungeon. This is kind of tied for being the longest dungeon. Oh my god, really? Game? Why? Why you gotta torture me? Oh my god. Seriously, just go after Furion. Please go after Furion or Leon. They can easily avoid your attacks. Yeah, thank you, game. Okay. Okay, now the game's somewhat being fair. Or I'm probably just getting ridiculously lucky. That's probably about it. Okay, you can attack one of them. At least, just one. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Maria will at least get HP and endurance boost after this. Which will definitely help her. Oh, come on, no endurance boost. Seriously, game, you're really gonna torture me further. Alright, I'll heal her again. I also took the liberty of getting 8 elixirs. Yes, 8 elixirs. 2 for each character. Because I'm gonna need it. But yeah, as I was saying, back to the Mysidian Tower thing. I half lied simply because this is tied for being the longest dungeon in the game. And I say that this dungeon is longer than Mysidian Tower because, well, you see how ridiculous the enemies are, haven't you? Anyways, let's keep on going. Well, I fought a Death Rider and 2 Mantis Devils that last battle, and finally Maria's endurance increased even further. Aw, don't tell me you're gonna make me use one of my elixirs already, game. We're only on the first floor. Ooh, well, these aren't really new enemies here, but look who are common enemies now, viewers. We have the Corals over there and the Lamia Queen. Yes, these are common enemies now. Shocking, I know. Now, just because we can easily kill them doesn't mean you should take them too lightly, because they can still be potential threats if you haven't trained enough. Like, if you're coming down here and you're just barely getting lucky with your battles, just get out of this dungeon and train, because you're gonna need as much power as possible. For my characters, I'm like at a point where I can barely get through this. Like, on the level for sure that I can get through it, to the point where I'm not so sure I'll get through it. I did not mean to hit the menu button. I'm like somewhere close to sure. Like, I'm in between the two, but like a little bit closer to the sure point. Okay, well, I fought 2 more Death Riders in the last battle, and Furion's HP increased. Same for Guz, and his endurance increased as well. And not only that, but they can, I somewhat should say that the Death Riders, they can also drop ribbons. Ribbons here, they can protect special attacks. And for ribbons, these are really good to have in this dungeon. Yeah, I'm not kidding. These are really, really good to have, because they can actually help you. Let's see. I'm gonna give this to Maria. It's gonna lower her attack by a little bit, but it'll give her a big boost to her defense. And the way she's been doing right now, she's been taking a lot of damage. And she needs as much defense as possible. just to get through this. Anyways, we need to let Furion use his cure a bit. Might as well spread out the cure a bit. Anyways, onto the second floor. I should also say this right now, as you progress through the floors of Pandemonium, the battles become much tougher, meaning the stakes are even higher. So, again, be careful. I can pretty much say that by this point in the dungeon, you should already be a millionaire, because each battle is going to give at least 8,000 gil. Woo, we got an ether. I will actually use this ether now. Because 1, I need to conserve some room in my inventory slot, and 2, Leon really needs some MP. Alright. By the way, did I forget to mention how much I love the music in this place? Nothing but a mithril golem, that's the last battle, and Maria's HP increased even further. Good God. I can't tell who's gonna get to 4,000 first, Maria or Gus. You know, I'm debating if I should put Maria and Gus in the back row and let Fury and Leon get some HP boosts, or should I just leave them all in the front row and let the battles go by quicker? I'll debate on it more as we progress. I'll think about it. Whoops, no, that's where we came from. We need to go down this way. Anyways, Pandemonium as well, this is pretty much a straightforward dungeon. It gives you a right sense of direction as to where you need to go. Alright, take the warp, and this should take us to the 3rd floor. Let me think. As for the chests in this dungeon, all are actually very worth getting because, well, you're gonna need as much items as you possibly can have. Alright. I believe we need to head down. Yeah, here's the chest right here. We have eye drops. They'll be useful for later, I guess. Well, Maria's HP and endurance increase even further, and I've already debated on this for a little bit, and I decided that I'm gonna put Maria in the back row, because she's gaining way too much HP and endurance a bit too quickly. Well, actually, I don't mind her gaining endurance, it's just she's gaining HP way too quickly. Oh my god, she needs to slow down. Granted, I know this is the final dungeon, but come on, give me a break in the levels, please. Alright, so we need to head to the right, actually. And yeah, this way. Okay, so let's see. We need to head this way. Alright, and here's the teleporter. Teleporter, away! I just love saying teleporter as teleporter. Anyways, the 4th floor, this floor is kind of interesting because you have these 4 rooms, and ooh, we have a new enemy here at last, finally. The Blood Fiend. Blood Fiends are like Gatos, only except they have more health, they can use more spells, they have more MP. Their defense, I want to say their defense is fairly the same as a Gatos. Let's find out. As for their power, I'm not really certain about their strength. Unless they could show me. Okay, would you stop using Stop 8? It's not going to work on my characters. Their magic defense is too high. Seriously, stop using Stop 8! Stop using Stop. Yeah, that makes sense. Stop using the spell Stop, seriously. Even Leon can get through it because his magic defense is like at rank 10. Okay, it seems that we can still just one-shot them like any normal Gatos. Yeah, sorry Maria, you're just gonna be chilling back there for a while. Dispel 8. Well, that doesn't really work on me since I didn't place any buffs, I guess you could say, on my character, so that spell was completely useless. Good strength, Leon's magic defense increased even further. You know, I will actually take that. Anyways, now if you want to get through this dungeon very quickly, go to the door on the last door on the right. If you really want to get out of here quickly. But you're going to have to come here to the 5th floor. Which I highly recommend you come through all these doors because there are chests in each of these doors that leads to a very good chest that you want to get. You'll see here very shortly. Ooh, we have a new enemy here, Fenrir. I do believe these are called Devil Wolves in the Dawn of Souls version. So there's your little fact of the day there, viewers. Fenrir's here. They're like the other wolf enemies we fought in the beginning at the Mysidian area. Just they really didn't do anything. I'm not even gonna bother giving him an explanation since you saw how clearly strong they are. Yeah, like there's one at the chest right there. We'll worry about that when we get to it. There's the chest. Anyways, this chest right here, before you open it, be very, very sure that your party is healed. Like completely healed. Because once you open this chest, we get the Genji gloves, but a monster in a box. But this isn't an ordinary monster in a box. This is Zombie Borgan. Zombie Borgan here. He's just like Borgan. Well, he's practically the same Borgan we fought back in episode 7 or 8? Somewhere around there. There's nothing really much to this guy. He has more health, more attack power, less defense, I think, actually. And I do believe he's weak to fire, if I'm not mistaken. If not, then I'll just post what his weaknesses are right now on screen. Because I'm pretty certain if he's weak to fire, then because he's a zombie. If not, then he's definitely weak to spells like Holy and Cure. I'm pretty certain. He's at least weak against some sort of spell. Yeah, we just finished him on the first turn. Bye, Borgan. Maria's strength increase, Gus strength increase, Gus endurance increase. Very nice. What's even nicer than that is that we got the 3rd Genji gloves. Which, you know, I will gladly accept that. Let's see. Yeah. Genji gloves raises his defense greatly, but it lowers his attack because power armlet basically gives him a boost to his attack. Hang on, what's for variant? Lowers attack by 5, raises his defense by 26. But for Gus here, it'll only lower his attack by 3, but raise his defense by 26. So I'll give it to Gus. Okay, so now we need to head to the next door and grab that chest right there, which I'm hoping that's the chest. By the way, I will say this right now, this is going to be a 3-part finale. Yes, there's no way I'm doing all this in one video. I'm gonna make this 3-part. Anyways, like I was saying before, this finale will be up to 3 parts. So what I'm gonna do is, after we get this next chest, I'm gonna call this a first part. Well, Gus's HP and strength increased that last battle. We fought 2 more mithril golems, in case you were wondering. Alright, heal yourself, Gus, because you're going to need to. Anyways, head into the door! Now we should be getting close to the chest. Man, first we were hit by many Death Riders, now we're being hit by many Mithril Golems. Any more, game? Okay, anyways. Alright, now before you open this chest, I recommend that your party is healed. Now, if you probably already know why I'm saying that now. Because, like I said before, there are 4 bosses in this dungeon. besides the final boss. In his chest, the Genji helm. Put a monster in the box. This is Tiamat. Remember Tiamat, guys? Yeah, the wind fiend from the first Final Fantasy game. Well, Tiamat is completely different in this game. He has more health, well, I don't know why I'm referring to this guy's status to the original Tiamat from the first Final Fantasy game, but anyways. Tiamat here. Tiamat has a lot of health and can unleash some pretty devastating spells, and he has dangerous physical attack stats. So, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Maria set up a shield. Gus, you set up a shell, and Leon, you can set up a blink. And my dogs are barking in the background. I apologize if you hear them, viewers. Where are they even barking at? I don't know. I'm gonna simply ignore them, because this fight's what matters most. Anyways, Furion, you want to use a berserk. Maria, set up a barrier. Gus, you can set up an aura, and Leon, you can set up a blink and try to get Maria and Gus this time. Blaze 16, ooh boy. Well, actually the fire lizards use this attack and it didn't do much. Yeah. Anyways, will Berserk hit everybody? Please tell me it will. Yes, it did. Very nice. And even Barrier hit everyone. Sweet, bro. Sweet. Alright, so let's go on the offensive. But before we do that, Maria, you use Wall on everyone. Gus attack, Leon attack. Ice Storm 16, yeah. Like I said before, he can unleash practically the highest ranking spells in the game. And he has remarkable defense as well. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah, I recommend that you do set up a Aura and Berserk combo, because that's practically the only way you're going to damage this guy. Yeah, that did decent damage, but not enough. Alright, do we have him? Do we have him? Yes, we got him. Alright. I say he has around maybe 4,000 or 5,000 health, somewhere around there. Anyways, Gus endurance increase, very nice. What's even nicer than that is that we got the Genji helm, which I believe is the best helmet in the game. So, let's see, is this better than headband? Why, yes it is, but it's gonna lower Furion's attack stats a bit. Actually, will this work for Gus? It would, but it would benefit Maria greatly. It would benefit Leon greatly as well. So, I'm gonna give this to Leon. Don't worry, Furion, I'll give you one Genji equipment on you before we finish this dungeon. Anyways, so I'm gonna call this part 1 right here, and in the next part, I will meet you guys outside this room, like outside the door of where we came from to go to this section of the floor, and I'll meet you guys to the next door. Alright, so I'll see you guys there.